5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It is Friday, finally, for all of us across the fruited plain. We're all out of here looking around going, hey, it's a rainy day here in North Jersey. Don't let the spot behind me, that's out my window. And it looks very different today. It's gray and crappy out. And what can I tell you, man? So, I have some great guests today. I have the amazing Mandy Shee with me. She will be backing me up in all cool things in the way she does. We have the amazing Jeff Norris. Funny guy who's just, I swear that we're cousins or something. I don't know. Just think it's a good thing we didn't meet when we were young guys. We didn't, I don't know, somebody had to get bail money. I don't know, I'd get him in all kind of trouble. Guy, behaves himself. He's, a fine fellow. Anyhow, I'm looking at the good news breakdown here today. I am not finding much. Well, The Cure forces Ticketmaster to refund portion of unduly high fees. Wow. I was just talking to Jeff backstage about making money in music and art and all that crap, and talking about Bruce Springsteen's ticket prices. We were kind of thinking about, well, maybe he could, drop the price a little bit. I kind of think he could. I mean, if The Cure can, think about it. I like The Cure, but they're always moaning about something, and this is not my cup of tea. I like something a little more rock, but I know people dig them. So we've also got talk here and new news. There is Rolls-Royce, if they haven't done enough making great-ass cars, now they're going to put a nuke reactor on the moon. What could possibly go wrong, right? I don't know. They have guys like me up there in the space shuttle driving it around real fast, skidding into the brake. Throw the thing out of here. We're done. It's going to be insane. Florida, sadly, is getting a double 1-2 punch of red tide and giant seaweed and kelp. It's all full of bitey shit, and you don't want to be there right now. It's sad. I love St. Pete Beach. All my friends are hanging out, and it's a gorgeous day down there today. As far as any other good news, depending on your perspective, the humanoids are coming. I personally think having some robotic humans trotting around, personally, I think that could be an improvement on some of the species we have who, are roaming around and taking up space. They vote. And here's something you never saw coming. In Montana, it is the most polite place on earth. I'm going to have to get Mandy in here because she's a New York and New Jersey girl to the heart. Hey, babe.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, man, it's Friday. Are you like worn out and beat to death yet?
It's like I got my second wind,
Oh, good.
My week was like a tornado, and then I kind of fell out of that tornado, and now I'm getting that, like I'm kind of getting back to life, so I'm ready for fun times, I think.
Well, yeah, we're definitely going to have a good time. Jeff's hysterical, and his wife's a stand-up, too, which is amazing, because it's good.
Excellent.
People are not in the business. It's really hard to marry a civilian. You know that. Yeah. I know that.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, they don't get it, and it's hard. I mean, very few do. My girlfriend, Annie, it's amazing. Tomorrow there's a big party, and I got a gig, and I'll go, come on, honey, let's go. She's like, I had been working all week, and the last thing I want to do is hear you run your yap for another hour. And, I mean, I love her and she loves me, but she gets me every night. It's hard. Sometimes I watch things and start just getting into gig mode, and I can't help but commentate, and then she's like ready to kill me. I'm trying to watch this. Yeah, I'm like, well, you can read the words. You can listen to my thing I'm doing here, So it's good to have you, and it's going to be great. We've got this band. I did the cameo, and their song is heavy as shit.
Excellent.
That is
What's
some
that?
slap
they
you
don't
in
give
the.
What? What is it
They don't give any. Well, we don't have the FCC here. Although, there's some people who want to regulate it. Like, yeah, all right, we've got another friend who's showed up. Tim McMurdy from Angry Corpses is in the house, people.
Woo!
He'll be joining us in a couple of minutes. Man, he's going to be slamming. I got to tell you, I listened to a bunch of their other stuff, and they're great. I'm going to go see them. There's a bunch of dates. In fact, I'll send you the dates they sent me.
Yeah, you should.
I think some of them are up in your neighborhood. Maybe I'll come up there and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, Toby baby, what's happening? How are you, Toby, the girl from Wilshire Boulevard who knows what's happening in all places at Los Angeles? Yes, indeed. Check out Toby's gigs tonight. I just totally screwed that up. Go to Toby Simmons. I know that I'm close, but I've just screwed the pooch. I don't know. Been one of those days. You could have
just went with it. I wasn't going to call you out.
I know, but here she is. I just went for it. Toby, it's good to see you. If you want to type in the name of your page so everybody can check it out. And we got Mitchell Bergen. Thank you. Another bass player in the house. We like that too, Mitch. Oh, you have a Wikipedia product. Okay. Well, is that you? Are you on Wikipedia? I've not really heard of putting a band on Wikipedia before. That's rather you never know. It might be the next big marketing step. Of all the ones they've told us that'll work and make us billionaires. No, it's not good. Oh, I'll tell you about Mitchell. He lives in Los Angeles, and last year he had a key component of his band pass away. It was really sad. They've been friends forever, and they really couldn't replace him because he was kind of irreplaceable. Oh, okay. I got you, Mitch. Thank you. You're thinking a little more cerebrally than I am. Cerebrally. I think I said that right. At any rate, he's got a band, and it's a duo. Mm-hmm. It's drums and guitar and bass, but they've done programming in a way I've really not seen anybody do it. In fact, when he explained it to me, how they were putting it together.
I have a friend who does that too. They're called Squat Thrust up in Schenectady, a drum and bass.
Right.
Yeah.
I've done it, screwed around with it. Mitch, man, I'm sorry to hear this. God almighty. It's like right now, sorry to hear that, man. I'm not going to hang out with you when I get to LA, man. You and our drummer friend out there are going to leave without yours. At least if I sit across the table from you, kind of glowing in the dark or something. Hell, I might hire you for the band. You like glow in the dark, fucking cool. But cancer isn't cool. Anybody out there? Hey, what is the name again? Angry Corpses is the name. Rock and roll, bloodthirsty rock and roll is their game. I really had fun. If I'd have known what I was getting into, I would have done Satan much more fucking psycho. I would have totally come unglued, but you never know. Sometimes that scares people. I don't know. My girlfriend, ex-one, said I was Satan more than once, but what can I tell you?
Oh, I've heard I was evil before, too.
I don't know. Those stories are not all true, remember. It's like R. Kelly. I didn't know she was 12. No, I'm kidding you, man. I'm sorry. R. Kelly's just like, how do you fucking get away with the slimy shit he did for that long and not get popped?
Yeah,
he had a pile of money. But, money's great. Why fucking give it to lawyers for stupid shit like that? There is more than one woman out there when you got R. Kelly's cash, pulse, and a paycheck that would date him without him getting all rapey on some 12-year-old.
I feel like we had this conversation before. Are you having a deja vu, too?
I don't know. Have we had this? I don't think so.
Maybe it was someone else because we were saying, if that's, the kind of female you're with, I'd be so pissed that he's spending all his money on just, lawyers and shit. It'd be
I'm too fucking cheap to do that, man. It's easier to just fly under the radar and behave. And if you hire a lawyer, if you're getting divorced, you got to hire a real asshole. No matter, even if you have any mercy, just hire the pit bull.
Yeah, you have to. That's what a lawyer's for.
I'll just give you my personal recommendation. Don't just marry some schmuck people. Come on, you see these people on TV on the Springer Show. Good almighty. Where do they find these people? I know where they find them. They're out they're the great, the great unwashed, morons. No, I'm sorry. I'm blatantly stealing from Blazing Saddles people, but I don't even know if they'd make that movie nowadays. They'd say, oh my God, he said the N-word. And I can go on MTV or any of the rap channels and hear
Squat Thrust.
Rock Thrust. Where is it? I don't see it.
Yeah.
What is the name of the other? Oh,
Yeah,
Squat Thrust.
Yeah. I'll have to type it in.
How did they come to that name for their...
I don't know. I did a track for them, like a saxophone and a flute track for them recently, and they're up there playing all the time. I don't know how they came up with their name, but, you know, they're a couple
Are they
of interesting
a girl
guys.
and a guy?
No, 2 guys.
2 guys.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll have to just call them up. We'll have them on sometime.
Nice.
See what they do. Can ask them all those important questions.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Well, 412. I think we're about to bring on our Angry Corpse member. Yeah. And fucking A, man, this is going to be fun. I'm getting I have to pull my ponytail out and get ready for the fucking hood, I got to ask them if they have a mosh pit at their gig. I don't know if that's even germane anymore. I'll be the oldest mosher in the pit, man. They'll watch out for me.
I'd be in there. Don't worry. I'd be in there,
man. I don't care. I'll be in there when I'm in a wheelchair fighting that shit. It's the best feeling when you get out of there, man. It's just like, you feel like better than the gym by far, I saw a guy in Florida in the mosh pit, and he was like watching Sepultura or one of these fucking just slamming your face. Old dude was doing wheelchair tricks. Fucking oldest rocking heavy metal guy I've ever seen.
Nice.
Everybody picked him up. It's funny. We got about 2 minutes, so I'm going to say, all you fans who don't ever watch metal and you don't understand it, and you see these guys with tattoos and they're singing about Satan and they're singing about all kinds of other horrible things, you don't get it. First off, it's got great entertainment value. When you think about when you were young, rage-filled, as a dude, you're nothing but a walking hard-on with a little bit of cerebral stuff like your reptile brain controlling your erectile tissue. So basically, at this point, you are angry at the world because you can't even use the damn thing. Nobody will look at you at first. I was one of these kids. Black Sabbath, man. Everybody's like, you listen to that weird Aussie guy. I was always that dude, though. The kids are listening to fucking 1910 Fruit Gum Company. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Oops. And back then, I'd get reprimanded frequently for stuff like that. I still get reprimanded, but now I've got my own show. Music, But yeah, I mean, I had a boss once tell me I'm completely insubordinate. And I said to him, you're absolutely right. If you look in the Wikipedia after me, you'll see insubordinate motherfucker. And then I told him I don't feel the love, and I'm going to get your job tomorrow. Now go fuck off. And it's a true story.
I believe it.
After that day, I never talked to him again. His boss talked to him. And to save face, I won't use any names, but if he's watching, he knows who he is. Sorry, dude. I knew it when I saw the shoes. When you walked into the room with those fucking polyester shoes on and that god-awful pocket protector. Now, he didn't have one, but he comes up to me and he's like, you must be Neil. He's like this tall, and he just... There was something, the minute he saw me, he hated my guts. He didn't like my car. He didn't like my suit, my shoes. He didn't like the way I roll. I don't like the way he rolls. And then he had a team building exercise, the most inane bullshit you'd ever imagine. Building little fucking egg drops. Oh, I wanted to just have a ritual act of seppuku where I get all 3 cuts live and in color, man. So we're going to have a quick commercial break here, and we'll be right back. Live with Neve, and we're going to have Angry Corpses on in just a couple of minutes.
Hey there, it's Kevin Sorbo here, and you lucky people, you are live. You're live with Neve or Neve or Neve. I don't know. I can't say the dude's name. Anyway, you're on live with him, so I don't know. I guess that's a pretty good thing.
change is headed, like the Gulf Stream rising, like some gale that's been blowing off this wild bird island shore. And I can't say where, and I don't know when, but some old door's been open in the restless shade. Poor man sagging cigarette takes the subway. Rich man folding old regret steps on the rundown.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Whooping, just like that, we're back.
Yeah.
Took my iWatch here, and I beamed us up from wherever the hell we were.
Excellent.
If you had one of these, where would you go if you could beam yourself up instantly? Or
That's
somewhere.
a good one. Holy crap. You know.
I'm going to let you think about it, and I'm going to drag our next guest on. We're going to have some fun. I got some video to play. Let me just check that the video is queued up and stuff. All right. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? What's happening?
Hey.
What's
going on, guys? All right, great.
We're here, man. And how about you? You playing tonight?
No, I'm actually getting prepared for the shows that are coming up in New Jersey and New York, starting on Thursday, from Thursday the 23rd through the 26th. We got 4 shows.
I'm going to go ahead for people watching. If you're interested in heading out to those shows, after the show, we'll add those dates to the comment section. So feel free to get the dates. And if you're confused and don't know what to do, call me. And I'm as confused as they are, but I probably can steer you in the right direction. Some good metal. So before we get and play the video, I was talking a little bit about how civilians freak out about heavy metal. Some people just completely lose their mind, and they see the cover of any number of great albums that they see a satanic pentagram and some naked women. And what's the deal, man? Why is it that people, like, I was a young kid and I just dug it. I was like, this is raw anger and fucking just spoke to me as a young, pissed off, kid.
I mean, I think it could be either or. It's either instant attraction or you're just like, Satan, oh my God. You know what I mean? Running for the hills.
Yeah, I totally get it. Because, I lived in Tampa, Florida forever. It's my second hometown other than New York and being here in New Jersey. I grew up here, lived in Tampa a tremendous amount of time, came back here. Of course, everybody in Florida is like, what do you mean you're going back to New York? I'm like, I'm going back to New York. Fuck this. I mean,
wow.
Florida's a great place. But to live there all year round would get to me. It's too much hot and snakes and all that shit, Where I lived, I've had a dog killed by a coral snake and any number of things. So Florida to me is just like, it's a really cool place to set up and go down there over the holidays or when it's cold. And, I got a beach right. I can walk to the beach. I don't need to go to the beach, in Florida. And plus New Jersey, we got good pizza and food, hot dogs and shit.
You can't beat Jersey.
No, it's just, I love it here. And I mean, I once had someone very close to me, when we were having an argument, she said, well, you can obviously take the boy out of Jersey, but you can't take the Jersey out of the boy.
Well, you gotta love it. You gotta love it because it has beaches, it has mountains, rivers, lakes. It's got cities. It's got it all. The best food, right by New York.
It's got New York.
Got everything.
I mean, it's exactly. I mean, it's like the only place
I
would go.
They say on the news that everybody's moving to Florida though, that lives in New York.
They are. I've been looking for a place. I don't know, but I just told them to fuck off. It's time to go. More for us, That's the way I look at it. And plus, we don't have to pump gas here. I mean, fucking A, man. I like the fact it gives some guy a job who doesn't have one. I love it in the frigid winter. When I see those guys out there freezing their balls off, I always give them a tip, man. I give them a $5 just for just for being out there. And it's so hard to find anybody to work, even in rock and roll. You know, everybody wants to be in a band until it's time to get down and do the real band shit, not the pictures and the so-called glamorous crap. It's the scut work of making sure everything's right. So how long have you guys been together before I play a video and all that?
All right. Well, we definitely have a big past and a big story. We started out
With
actually.
the MOD, right?
Well, it was even before that. Angry Corpses was before MOD. Okay.
No shit.
And Kenny Balone, the original bass player, and I, were both in MOD. But Kenny started. He formed Angry Corpses in Lodi, New Jersey, which basically we jammed like 5 blocks away from the Misfits, where they jammed in Lodi, New Jersey. Wow. And
I know Kenny, well. I grew up in Halden. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and Kenny formed it and started it. And actually, crazy story is one of the original singers, Angry Corpses, Mike Hideous, actually went on to play with the brothers Jerry and Doyle from the Misfits for a little while. So, but when I met Kenny, Kenny was really a hardcore punk soul. He was into punk rock, hardcore. And when I came around, he was just starting to check out the speed metal that was out there. But me and the drummer that approached him, the original drummer of MOD, Keith Davis, we were into metal. We were into thrash metal and speed metal. So Kenny kind of opened, even though we were into punk and into hardcore stuff, he opened the doors and opened our eyes to that whole world. He took me to my first show, which was Agnostic Front in New York City with GBH. At the
wow, you're talking a long time ago. I remember those guys coming to Florida, and nobody in Florida knew what the hell they were like. Agnostic Front just scared people. All the rednecks didn't know what to do with that shit.
Yeah, and they're definitely the godfathers of hardcore. I mean, like they're the biggest hardcore band all over the world, known as. So
right.
Yep.
Well, I really like the tune. Tell us what brought you to write this before we play the song. I love the tune.
Which one? I'm gonna curse. Is that all right?
Oh yes, we are equal opportunity offenders. Anybody watching this can't fucking you have free reign.
Oh, there you go. So the song's called Zero Fucks, and everybody says I give zero fucks about this that, but we wrote this song Zero Fucks because we feel like. Basically, I feel like that no one gives a fuck anymore. And basically, I feel like that especially, we're the bottom feeders. We're all the bottom feeders. These elite people and politicians and all that, these people control the ball. And these people basically, all together, it's a circus. It's a shit show. What we watch on TV every day, they might as well put clown makeup on when they go on TV. Because to me, that's what they are. And basically, that's why the video, basically just tells you like, hey, when's everyone going to wake up? Everyone to the far right and the far left. What's wrong with you people? Everyone got to come together in the United States of America. It's got to be about everyone together. This division and all this bullshit. All this bullshit.
People got to stop thinking about their party, man, and think about what's good for the country, including everybody at the top and bottom.
Yeah.
You have to cut it out with this shit already, and it's come to the point that they don't give a fuck about you. They never did.
That's right.
They put
it's a club and we're not in it. And Carlin said that 50 years ago, and he was right.
And that's the lyrics. The lyrics go. The lyrics, you'll hear it, but the bottom line is it basically says that everything it says word for word. I was on an interview last night, and everybody that was there was part of a show that's going to be our big homecoming show on the 24th at Debonair Music Hall in Teaneck, New Jersey. So the bands that were all there were all like checking the lyrics. I was telling them, and everyone's like totally like, wow, man, because it's so true. It's just. Enough is enough with this shit show already. It's ridiculous.
I think you're gonna do really good with this song, and so I'm gonna let some rock and roll fly here, man. I think it's time to crank it up.
There you go.
If everybody's watching this at home, turn up your stereo, turn it up very loud, And remember, I may be the devil in real life. Don't make me
And
get
get
all Beelzebub on your ass.
and don't turn it
Okay,
too
here we
loud,
go.
else Mom will slap you.
Yeah, I know. Mom will get all upset, and she'll, come down and get unglued, take a couple of Xanax. You know how it is. The modern world's tricky. All right, people, here we go. Today, all the leaders of the world gathered in an unprecedented event. Every president, prime minister, monarch, self-appointed dictator met to discuss the globe's current situation. They also issued a statement that was short and concise and left no room for interpretation. Their statement, and I quote, "We give zero fucks."
Politics the topic of discussion every day. That's all we hear, that's all we see, the bullshit that they say. All media, all presidents, all on the Russian staff. The Senate in the House, shove it up your ass. You think that things will change for you, you're not part of the clique. Red, white, black or blue, you're on the face of stick. You're wasting time and energy, whole sneak, crap all night. Right or left, fuck that shit, it's all a waste of time. When you wake and see that you've been sucking your whole life, the less you give a fuck, the happier your life. We give zero fucks, we give zero fucks, we give zero fucks. We give zero fucks. Zero fucks are always fucking us.
There you have it.
Yep.
That's what's up.
You may need to play it again. It's only 1 minute and 38 seconds. It's half a song.
But as the whole intensity of the 3.5 minutes in
That's-
that
that's-
time frame.
That's it. It's all it needed.
That's-
It's just point
That's right.
taken. Point
Yeah,
taken.
right?
That's it. That's it.
Exactly.
You don't have to
Sometimes
say
you do
nothing
more.
else.
Yeah, if you did, it would just water it down, and it wouldn't have that,
No,
it wouldn't
it's
be the
just- it's
same
just a-
power punch.
Yeah, it's kind of like a quick kick in the ass, smack in the head, and send you on your way.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yep.
up.
Yep. So I'm glad everybody's digging it. We're getting a lot of good vibes from everybody all the way around the board so far on the song and the video. So
Nice,
Mhm.
nice.
Well,
it was great.
Thank
it was
you
great
for
to
coming
have
on.
you in it. Yeah, thanks,
I
man.
you know what? Hey, listen, just do me a favor because I want to put it on my IMDb credit. If you could just give me the credit when you do the posting, every
Yeah,
little
sure.
bit helps. I
Sure,
appreciate it.
You're gonna send me a link to the show, obviously.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I'll send you a link
Yeah.
to this show, and you can download it if you
Yeah,
want to download it, or you can
Well,
use
yeah,
the link, whatever.
I just want the link that I can post so everyone can check this out. What we did today.
Nice.
Absolutely, man. And
Awesome.
thank you so much for coming on. My friends, we got some great folks here. And Mitch, who is an expert in all things social media, says custom made for TikTok. It's the perfect
Yeah.
length.
Fact. Yeah.
Hell, man, I'm gonna go on TikTok and pimp it myself. Say, gotta check you guys out. I don't do TikTok as a general rule, but for something that's fun, man, if it's the perfect length, hell, man.
I
Featuring
actually
Neil Verity.
I actually deleted it.
Bill's here, man.
I deleted
deleted it?
TikTok. Yeah, fuck TikTok.
Oh, no shit. Well, I know why. It's all this Chinese shit and all that going on. It's the
Whatever.
dumbest fucking people in America posting their dumbest things. It's
It's
amazing
so
the
dumb.
level of degradation and devolution in action that's gone
It's,
on with the whole.
It's
Or
dumb.
maybe it
The
was
dumb
always
dumb.
there. We just had less ways to record it.
You know, I was pimping it out when I had it. I was using it just for promotional tools and, videos, but like
Right.
for music. It was great for that. But I just is like, every time you go on, you just see some whack shit. It was like, fuck this shit. It's so stupid.
I mean, I've looked, and out of like 15 or 1,600 people, I've gotten no farther than 10 seconds. It's like listening for bands when they send in, they send you a tape and they want to play. And I'll try to play everybody who's put a good effort into it. but occasionally you just get one that's so hard because I'm like, they're so lacking in self-awareness, man, that they would send this to somebody. God, at least I'm nice when I let them down gently. I'm not a jerk about it.
That's a big
I don't believe
problem.
in crushing people's dreams, you know?
Yeah.
It's sometimes, though, I'm just like, tell you what, guys, I try to give them positive, constructive criticism, you know, work on the mix. There's like veritably no kick drum in your mix. And let's see, your vocalist in verse 6, 9, and 5 is so fucking flat. Have him re-sing the whole thing, you know, or just God. And
some people
it's
just
hard.
Like, you know, that's where you tell the men from the boys, I guess they say it. Or like, you know, I always told my friend, right, that he's really, really talented, right? And he's been swimming in the shit pool. And I said, you don't belong with the shit pool. You belong with the normal musicians pool, okay?
Right.
Because it's a different mindset. It's like you said. It's like, you know, everyone's there for the common goal of making some kick-ass music, but you have to have ears. You can't just like, you know.
Yeah,
It's all overkill right now. It's just there's just too much. There's too much of everything, and not enough of real good quality shit.
That's right. That's right.
That's
Pissing
true.
in the gig pool.
Well,
Yep.
thank you for joining us, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. We're going to go to a break, and we're going to bring on Jeff Norris. You can, if you want to hang, man, hang out. We're going to bring on Jeff. He's going to make us all laugh. Like
I appreciate you guys. I just want to tell everybody you can get that song and all Angry Corpses songs through Upstate Records. It's streaming worldwide. It's available worldwide for sale and streaming. So go and check it out. Angry Corpses _ NJHC on Instagram, and on Facebook it's Angry Corpses NJHC.
Nice.
It's Angry Corpses. I said it almost like President Obama. Corpses. Corpus.
Yeah, it's Angry Corpses. And then also
he said something like that. A corpseman. That's what it was. Angry Corpses.
Yeah, you screwed up.
Yes, that's right. That's Angry Corpus. Is that Corpus Christi, someplace I govern? No, I don't know who the hell it is. But we'll be right back. We're going to have on our next guest, Jeff. Will be joining us soon. We'll see you soon.
Hi, I'm trumpeter Greg Adams, and I'm live with Neve.
Oh, what happened? I'm back. Oh, my God.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve.
Hello there, my name is Andreas Hellqvist, this is Daniel Olsson, and we're live with Neve and having a great time.
I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon. All right, and we're back just like that. Man, I've had too much fun playing the devil. That was just great, man. I mean, really, how can you? I'd love to do that role really in an acting gig. It'd be fun. I could let loose all the inner anger and channel it through the character so that every woman in the house and every guy just is getting that squeeze. You know, I watched De Niro in that movie Cape Fear, and I think Bobby's a little nuts in the head about a lot of things, but he wouldn't be the actor he is if he wasn't. And the guy he played in that role, man, is like the personification of evil.
Yeah,
at the end, he's speaking in tongues and carrying on. It's like a night down in Florida, having a camp meeting, fucking burning crosses.
There's going to be
shit.
a lot of
I
that
don't know what
going
they're
on
doing.
tonight.
Well, tonight's just going to be the Irish mating night. That's really what it is.
What? That's fake news. Drunk people can't boink.
What? Little people? Sure they do. I have it they have it on Pornhub.
No, not little people, drunk people. Like they have too much to drink,
people.
just like, well, no, they don't have to be little. We're like
I'm going to just bring Jeff on because this conversation needs some outside input.
Help
Jeff,
us!
do you think we're going to have drunken midgets or something that you're bringing to the show tomorrow night? Mandy and I are coming and we're bringing a troupe of trained acrobats.
It's fake news.
Awesome. We'll put them in the show. Dude, I love Cape Fear, man. I love Cape Fear. I could see you're like the De Niro of radio.
Man, no doubt. Oh yeah, I love it, man. I got good friends, man.
Wherever you
Am
are.
I a pastor? I am the Reverend Annie Purdy Neil Van Erdy, and I got what you're seeking. Can you hear what I'm speaking? I say, boy, I can do it, man. I actually thought of if I was to do that character in certain places down south on a Sunday, I'd have to get rid of the skulls, but other than that, I might be able to get in there.
Just bring out your inner De Niro. I could teach you how to do De Niro. I have him in my act.
Oh man, we'll have to see you do it. Look at the look, man. He's got it.
No, you hear? Come out, wherever you are. You hear what I said? Neve Radio. You hear what I said?
I love it. This guy is I love it, man.
A lot of characters I put on stage. Pesci, all of them come out.
Well, you're a funny guy.
Maybe it's me, Neil. Maybe I'm a little fucked up in the head. But what do you mean I'm funny? I'm funny how? I'm here to fucking... I would have fucking you. I'm wasting my...
I mean, like funny.
No, I don't know. You said it. Man, yeah, I don't know.
Funny, haha?
You said it. How the fuck do I know?
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
I almost had you, Neil. You might fold on the questioning.
Oh, man. And now all of a sudden we're a meme.
Yeah,
I love that meme of the three of De Niro and our other buddy cracking up. It's all everywhere. Like somebody says something stupid and they have that scene when they're just laughing their ass off.
Oh, with Ray Liotta? Yes, people turn
Ray
me
Liotta,
into him all the time.
Oh, man, he is definitely a great talent. Sad he passed this past year.
Sad, man. Big loss. Big loss.
So tell us, how did you... First off, guys, this guy is married to a comic, which explains everything, because he's told me he's been married forever, and that I knew there had to be somebody in the business. I mean, to hang out with a guy like you, I don't know. I mean, I either had bad taste or you're just a funny guy, Henry. No, I'm kidding.
He's a little bit of both on her part. No, it's cool. We met doing a gig. We have a show that we do in theaters called Married with Laughter. And it's a lot of fun. And a lot of the stuff that you see towards the end of my act tomorrow night is a rebuttal to the shit my wife says about me.
Oh, man, I love it. Yeah. I love it.
Cool.
When you're doing that, I'm going to come see you. I got to bring my wife to that because I have a feeling this is going to be hysterical.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
There's nothing like the comedy between a man and a woman. And if you keep your sense of humor, you'll stay married. Or even if you leave, you might end up being friends later on down the line.
Dude, it's killer. Off, even if we have a disagreement or something's going on, instead of like, we're at the point now, and whoever calls it first, they'll be like, you know what? I'm using that on stage. You can't tell people that. You'll be like, the hell I am. So it brings real life to the stage. We just make it work.
Absolutely. I like Mitch's says spousal rebuttal, excuse me, and he happens to be married to a lawyer, so he's got that on his mind. I'm thinking prenup, man. I'm going to be calling you when I move to Los Angeles, Mitch, just in case I have to, get married again or something. And I don't know. It's happened before. You never know. I'm kidding. My girls, we're happily together and for a long time. Anybody who can put up with me for more than 6 hours is like, what a woman, I'm not used to that. It's usually been like, yeah, I'll leave 100 on the dresser. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm not that guy. We can joke about it.
That's all right. I'm still waiting.
She's not that kind of lawyer.
It only cost you 100, 250.
Oh man, my divorce cost me a bunch. I just started adding zeros. It's painful, but again, it's funny, man. I got so many funny stories about it that are just. You have to look at the craziness of trying to stay together even. It's hard. You love the hell out of somebody, they just make you crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But, if you got the right person, one thing will happen. One of you is sooner or later just going to go, I really was kind of being a dick. It'll happen sooner. If you have a good relationship. If you have one of those relationships that I've been in a couple of times where it's just like, I think I'm going to have to move to Los Angeles now. I'm getting on a flight. Let's see. I'm going to go. It still could happen that I go to LA, but it won't be alone. That's one thing they have in Los Angeles that I just dig so much is the weather. And it's not like Florida. It's different kind of a vibe. There's just so much comedy and music, and it's just all there. And you just, I don't know. It's different than New York. I don't know. I've always been here, and it'd be really hard to move. The ideal world would be keeping my place here and having a place in L.A. But knowing what houses cost in Los Angeles, to rent even, it's just insane.
Insane, yeah. Crazy.
It makes New Jersey look affordable, you know?
Yeah.
It really
this
does.
is where you need to learn how to make that beaming machine where you can beam yourself, you know?
Right.
You're absolutely right.
How they go? You can go back and forth from LA to Jersey without Easy Pass. Be nice.
That's right.
That would be great. That would be great, just avoiding the whole Newark airport experience. I'm convinced that some traffic guy, he's like the Unabomber, and he has a job in traffic, and just because he hates foreigners, he fucking makes it so hard to get in or out of the airport. I've been there since I was 8, flown out. And that shit, when you're trying to leave, they move it. Every other time I drive there, they've got a new road or a huge parking garage.
Every time you get lost there. People are like, can you pick me up at the airport? You're like, yeah, but, you know, what time do you come in? Land at 9. I'm like, I'll pick you up at 10. They're like, why? Like, so I get lost for an hour. I always do.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, I'm in Weekly Park, and how do I get out of here? It's brutal.
Yeah, man. It's funny though, because I've been there driving around and getting so incensed. I one time I did a sound system installation over at the Marriott there, not at the terrorist Marriott across over there by the airport, the one across the street, the Muhammad Ali Memorial fucking shithole, whatever it is. The place is a skank hole anyway.
Yeah.
Been rumored to get bed bugs if you sleep there, so that's probably the leftovers from those assholes. But what do you know from me? You heard it here first on Neil
Truth
Vanity
is
Live.
Truth.
Yeah, but I was so desperate to get to my job that I had to jump that curb over by the big brewery there, Anheuser-Busch. Yeah. I'm like having a meltdown. I've driven around the airport. Then I ended up down like I-78. I'm heading towards fucking Pennsylvania. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm so enraged. And I thought to myself, these foreigners must get here. The poor bastards, they pull into the airport. They don't fucking speak a word of English. The signage in the airport, I have no idea. And I speak English half the time. Fucking flipping and changing.
Yeah.
They get outside. Oh my God. Even finding the rental place would be a fucking ordeal. It's like, they don't realize it's not like that in Pakistan. You get rent-a-camel. Fucking, you know.
We're foreigners in our own country, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're both kind of old white guys. So we're not really relevant anymore.
That's true. I'm a product of the 80s, man. What am I going to do?
Boy, the 80s were a good time, man.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, I had fun in those years. I'm kind of amazed I have any hair left, you know? I mean, it's going away a little bit by little bit, but I'm fortunate my granddad lived to be 100 and he had hair to the end. And he was a fucking funny guy.
He had hair on his end.
That's what I heard.
Oh, man, look at where she goes, right into the gutter. I thought you were a nice girl.
He heard it too. He heard it too.
He heard it too.
What he heard to say.
No, he actually had hair.
Maybe it was you.
And,
Maybe
that
you
was a
said
good
it
thing.
wrong.
I might have said it wrong. It's possible.
Yeah.
I think I have some sassafras.
There you go.
Fuck it. I'm here and I work for Mel Brooks. Damn it. So tell me, we're going to have some fun tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to this.
It's such a great place, that Bulletproof Studio. I think the owner, John, is just a great dude. His heart's in the place. When you're in Bulletproof Studios, it's like, my opinion, it's Jersey's answer to like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Just that lobby alone. You walk down the hallway. There's so much history of great musicians, which I mean, I'm a comedian, but I have so much admiration and respect for musicians of every aspect, because it's really an intelligent mind to read music and to be able to play it in every genre, like the heavy metal guys that you had on, and even from just Ray all the way back to Frankie Valli. I mean, and everything in between.
Oh, yeah.
It's just an amazing.
Mandy is an amazing singer, songwriter, and also saxophone and flute. She's a music major.
I love it, man.
What a woman.
I really, and it's such. This place kind of gives you the best of everything. Like, there's going to be a band tomorrow night, Ripped, which are a great. guys, and it's such an intimate studio there, you know, and to have two of my favorite things, music and laughter on one stage, one night. It's just, where else are you gonna go for that? It's just a great mix.
Yeah.
It is a great environment too. I've been there to a bunch of other gigs that he's done, and for everybody out there, John Albino is the man. If you're going to make a record here in Jersey, go there. I mean, it's a great room. You heard earlier in the show the song, the Leonard Cohen tune was in one of the ads that it's my band. I was singing it and doing all that good stuff. But I recorded that there with my friend JR, of course. And let's see, he wants to see Mandy turn on the green screen function with her software. She'd be a floating head with arms. That's the comment of the day, man.
If only I knew how to do that.
I love our crowd, man. I just love you guys. Seriously, I didn't get to see him. I'm going to be in LA in a couple of weeks at NAMM and doing some other fuckery. So I hope to see you, Mitchell. You know, I'll wear a mask and all that if you're concerned. You know, this shit might be contagious. You'll end up staying up late and talking to bands and dancing with the black folks after everybody leaves. Right. That's me. I'm hanging out till the end. The bitter end. Still functioning at 6 o'clock. I will be eating breakfast and preparing for a new day. I have an amazing constitution. You know, it's a good thing. I used to be able to put away like a bottle of Jack or anything. I wouldn't drink Jack Daniels. The shit's piss. But when I was a real hardcore drunk, I could like drink a whole bottle of bourbon and people would be like, I never know he was drunk. I'm like,
oh my God,
fucking A, I sure did. You know? But that's a bad sign. If you drink a lot and people don't notice, you might be an alcoholic.
I know. That's what I said to my friends. I was like, what? They're like, really? I was like, well, yeah, remember all those times you didn't realize I was drunk after drinking a pint of vodka? You know, it's like...
Yeah. Well, and you know, the other thing, if all your glasses in your house come from bars you fucking gigged at, you got a bunch of pints, you got fucking whiskey glasses, find them rolling out from under your seat, you're hitting the advanced levels of alcoholism. There's a few key warnings when you start waking up not knowing where you are or what time it is.
Yeah.
That's fucking scary. Especially because remember, in Twilight, it could be 5 o'clock in the day or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
and in those days, I woke up in Amsterdam one day and thought, what the fuck happened last night? And then I looked outside and it was gray and cloudy. It was right around this time of day, according to the clock, about 5 o'clock. Yeah. And I looked and I thought, wow, it's fucking 5 in the afternoon. It means I've slept through a whole day. Well, I didn't realize we had slept a day longer. My wife at the time and I went to a hash bar and we each ate half a space cake and half of a big hash brownie. And then we went back. We have a jacuzzi on the roof. We got this amazing place. I'm thinking we're going to have a lovely romantic evening. I go back. I get in the shower and I'm feeling pretty hammered, you know. My constitution, however, is like, this is going to be a good night tonight. I'm rock and rolling. Had some pastries, some fucking champagne, all kinds of good stuff. I go out. We hadn't woken up for like 2 days, literally. She was just out. I was out. And all I could say was, what the fuck? And then I turn on the news, and my horrible Dutch, I'm like, oh my God, it's 5:30 in the morning. And she didn't wake up till like 11. I went walking down to the district, got some weed, had a great breakfast, wandered around, looked at the window dressing, and great fun.
Singing
Do you ever? So have you ever performed in Amsterdam? I know you've been around.
I have been out in Amsterdam once, and actually got chased away from the red light district because, Jersey guy. I see this. Yes, exactly.
Is that what you did? You took a picture?
And the guy came out running, man. I was like, all right, hopped on my bicycle like the Witch of Wizard of Oz, pedaling away. But it was like, she was hot with a nice rack, and
yeah. There was beautiful women there, and I can kind of remember just going, you got to be kidding me. That chick will sleep with me for $100? You got to be kidding me. She had no taste whatsoever.
That's a steal.
I mean, geez.
It's a steal.
Wow.
I mean, at the time,
like over,
At the time, it was so wild because you could go into those hemp stores and get weed like you're ordering bagels, like different flavors. And you're like, this is unreal. I mean, now it's slowly, I guess, coming to Jersey, but you know.
Oh yeah, but still
Not
in
the
all,
same.
there's nowhere quite like Amsterdam.
Yeah,
It's a great
cold.
city. If you stay right downtown, I like just getting baked out and going to the museums. I was in the museums doing my old man imitation. I'm in the fucking Van Gogh, sitting there with a nice buzz, had a glass of champagne and some stuff, and there's these little bastards running around, fucking fighting with each other. I'm like, get out of here! Dutch are very polite people. Said, get off my lawn, you little bastard! And it was funny because they looked at me and they scuttled away, you know. I had a businessman's haircut. I didn't look anything like I do now. Now they'd be like, there's some fucking Aqualung guy over there leering at the children. I'm like, I'm not looking at the fucking children. I'm looking at their mom over there. You know? I mean, what can I tell you?
We could go to the museums here in New York and do our old man voices. Mine sounds like he really likes baked treats. He's like, come here, babe, let me give you a cookie, kid. And then between the both of us, like, you know, you want in?
I love it.
Yeah, I'll throw in Archie. I'll throw in Archie Bunker. It'll be a big thing.
There we go, man.
You want a cookie?
Come here, Archie.
That was one of the greatest shows, man. All in the Family, loved it.
Yeah.
It is, and you know, nowadays it would trigger too many people. I'm told.
It was the best.
For sure.
I don't know.
Edith would say, Archie, Lionel's here. Oh, Lord, there. Lionel's there. Hold on to him. Don't let him get away, dingbats. Best show ever.
It was. I loved it when he'd tear into Meathead, too. You know, it was the best character.
Absolutely.
And Rob hasn't changed. He really is a meathead. I'm sorry, Ron.
Yeah, he's unlikable now.
Yeah, he's gotten to be such I don't know why he's so angry and bitter, man. He's in Republican grade as far as bankroll. The guy's made Republican ranks fucking back in the 70s. He's got good stock portfolio of any kind. He's probably living pretty large. And he's just always out cranky about the damn whatever he's cranky about on any given day. And look, we all are cranky about stuff, but I don't sit around unable to function because of the world's problems. Jesus, you know, I've always been some of the little wall closet kids sat in the back now.
Well, that's
I've
someone
always
who's
been
been
the little-
pampered. They need to like, you know, get a good ass.
Yeah, get a grip
whipping.
of the real world, man.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
People out here working for $10.
The political, all the entertainers, actors, singers, comedians, like, keep your political shit to yourself. If you're an actor, act. Singer, sing. This comedian, make people laugh. Just don't. No one gives a shit about your political views. The world's crazy enough, man. Just, you know, unless you're doing something.
And it pushes people apart.
Right.
You know, like our guest earlier said, I don't care what the problem is. It's bigger than what the politicians make it out to be because both sides want to cover their ass.
Right.
And it's just the way it is. People accept it, embrace the suck because it's not going anywhere. You read ancient Rome, this shit's been done before. And who knows? You know, things can change on a... Look at... Who thought 2-3 years ago we'd be in the middle of a war fucking about to start in Ukraine that's going to be our version of a world war? I mean...
I know.
I'm not one of those rosy optimistics that just sees things as so rosy. We're killing the Russians back and all this. A lot of people are over... They're just not thinking about like why we're somewhere. And I again, wars suck. And dragging the United States into another one, the way I look at it, and this isn't political, it's just if it was a Republican, I don't care who it is. When we split Afghanistan, we left all that crap there. We should have driven it over to Ukraine. You surely could have got it to Kazakhstan, loaded up on a train and got it there. But no. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk funny. I'm sorry, I get all serious once in a while.
No, but you know what, though? I think it's slowly starting to change. I think no matter what people's political views are, like, I think people are sick of it, like, in every direction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know from your live gigs of anything, but I found that, like, now, especially after, like, the clubs are getting full, people are in good spirits.
Yeah.
Like, unless, there are some comics out there that go political. I really don't. I just think you divide
Right.
it. I mean, there are, like, Louis Black is a genius on going around it. But me, I think there's enough around you to make fun of where people just need an escape, you know?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, our conversation is like as hardcore political as we'd ever get because all it does is get angry swarms of bees coming at you. And everybody, I've been called everything from a Nazi to a liberal cunt. And I'm sorry, I don't know if you can even see the C word on it. But they said it to me, so it's in the purposes of news, people. So if you're watching and you're easily offended, please go in your bathroom.
Go watch
turn on
somewhere
some
else.
aromatherapy.
Go watch and plug in your car. fucking.
Go watch Nickelodeon
There you go.
Junior. Bye bye.
In fact, do it on your cell phone, put on your mask, and go sit in your car.
Yeah.
Not in the garage, however. Not in the garage. No. I wouldn't want somebody to do something. I'll get sued, and they have nothing to take, so it's not a good deal. Bill, I like this guy as a bass player. Speaking of cool people, excellent bass player.
Yep. Hey,
killer
Bill.
killer band, Legion of Prague, and they are just ridiculously good. If you like Yes and ELP and all that, and they play like he played an Elton John song. Oh God, Love Lies Bleeding, I think it was, but they played the whole damn thing, and it was just so good. And they knew every
good
part
band.
perfect.
Yep.
Everybody is first class. They all top. They're just all great guys. And Bill, I just met him here in a studio in town. I walked in to introduce myself and maybe get a gig or something, or see if I was going to use it, whatever. And great owners. The guys are twins, which is like beyond me. If I work with those guys, I'm a little slow, man. I'm a drummer. I'd be like, you Jim or Jan? You know, I'd be all fucked up. They'd probably be playing pranks on me. I told you to go out and sweep up. No.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that must be really weird. Speaking of that, I'm making Bill is blushing. Oh, you're such a good boy. No, I really do dig this guy. He is hysterical too. I mean, I don't know what it is. I seem to end up with friends of mine who are all like half as crazy as I am, and they're all like great fun. And they're the good crazy, not the
That's the
mean,
only way to
angry
be.
crazy. Just,
Otherwise, who would you talk
it's
to?
the only way to survive in this world is laugh at the fuckery, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's too serious to take seriously.
That's right.
Absurdity
Right.
is. It'll really make you feel bad if you watch the news all the time. It'll just make you angry. And I don't know, myself, I'd rather sit and read a book, listen to. All I do is I watch comedy. And then I admit I watch these murder shows because I want to see how the cops catch these rat bastards. You know, I admit it. You know, it's like my one stupid television thing I do. But yeah, you're right, Bill. And I'm like a long way. I've already done that. So not intentionally either. But you know, you're right. People, it's tough out there. And if anybody's out there and you're freaking out, call me up. It's like on the spot comedic therapy for you. And in fact, I'll call Jeff up too. We'll get you out of your bum mood. We'll put you on the road to recovery.
Come to Bulletproof Studios. Here's some music. Here's some laughter. A couple comedians, great musicians. Enjoy a night out. Even if it's just for that 2 hours, man. Just forget about the shit you're going through in life.
It's going to be great. You might see Mandy and I there. You might even get to get an autograph. Wow. Can I get an autograph,
From
Jeff?
who?
I want Mandy's autograph.
Oh, nice.
I do
I'll
too.
have to learn how to write.
I do too. Yeah, she can do a great. She can do a melody on my arm.
There you go.
She's the only tattoo I've got so far. But we'll do something cool. We'll write it in maybe old style music so that it's if you play it, it'll be something cool. We'll have to sit and figure that out on the piano.
Yeah, I want
to. Take you about 6 seconds. I want you. I'm sorry. Before you say much more, we're going to get off in a minute, but. Talk about your dogs and your program for the vets, because that is the most important thing we'll talk about all day today.
Oh, Dan, thank you. Yeah, there's a program I consider myself very lucky to be a part of called Canines for Warriors. And what it is it's a program that helps the men and women from every generation, combat veteran, whether it's be a mental or a physical injury, and we pair them up with a service dog for their specific needs, whether it's traumatic brain injury or blind or an amputee. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's a program that literally, where I've witnessed it, literally saves these men and women their lives, that pulls them out of depression.
I watched the video you sent me, and you could just see the love in those guys for their animals. I mean, it's just, you can see the change. That one guy is talking about how the dog saved his life.
Yeah.
And it wasn't some put-on job, people. I'm talking, this is a real guy who had real problems from, the Gulf War, I'm assuming. Which one, though? I mean, we've been in endless wars, essentially, since I was born. We've always been doing something.
All of them from across the board. I mean, we just had, unfortunately, a gentleman that, he doesn't have any family, and he's a Vietnam vet. He was a Vietnam veteran, but back at that time, they didn't know what PTSD was, or they thought you were nuts or shot. Yep. They didn't know what to call you.
Exactly right.
And the poor man, family members got to drinking, and I get letters from from people like, wow, that dog just saved their life. I mean, I can't take all the credit. I do the part of it where we'll do some fundraisers, do some comedy, raise some money, bring the vets and their family in. But the Canines for Warrior program is just incredible how they treat veterans, and it's just
Yes.
I'm not a guy to throw religion around, but I really do believe in prayer, and like I pray
absolutely
that next, because okay, I got a little bit of a reputation of an entertainer through New York, New Jersey. I was great with the cruise ships, but if I can get to that next level, that's all I'd want to do is focus on the veterans. I mean, you said you can't watch the news. You put on the news and you see these New York hotels that are putting up these people that just hop the wall and they're complaining about their food. Like, really? There's veterans in Central Park.
I agree. It's a different immigration than like my grandparents came from Italy. And boing, that sounds like it's an ex-wife alert. Sorry. It might be important. I get a subpoena or something.
Like it was very urgent. We're all reaching out.
No, it's not. It's just some freaks out there.
Take your pill alarm.
After you get off. Actually, if it was somebody calling, I would have put the call up, because if I get like a spam call during the show, I always feel it's my duty to do my best.
Oh, nice. I love them, dude. When I get spam calls, I go into different voices on the air. I do. Like if a guy.
I thought I was the only guy who does that.
I'll be Christopher Walken and shit to him. It's great.
Oh, let me hear you do Christopher Walken. That is the best. Tough guy.
It's crazy for you, really, trying to sell me insurance. I know who you are. I do. You're full of shit. I know. When it comes to, you may not know who I am. I'm the Antichrist. I'm in a vendetta kind of mood,
Oh man, that was just awesome. Killer. I mean, of all the voices to do, did you find him pretty hard to get that timing right?
Yeah, the cadence is weird.
The cadence, a lot of movies, it's lilted.
Watch a lot of movies. King of New York, True Romance. Take your pick. Learn.
Best movie. I love that movie.
How to put the words in at appropriate times. It's crazy, really.
Are you nuts, Christopher?
A little crazy, it's true. You need to be crazy for that. Absolutely. I'll do all different voices, man. I'll hit Pesci when they call me. Just go nuts.
Oh, yeah. I love it. What? You calling me?
Yeah.
I asked you to call me. Get this through your head, you Jew motherfucker.
I love it, man. They're
Why are you calling me that? Why are you calling me that?
Oh my God, I'll tell you what. I love it. I had a guy, I found that the record time for keeping a guy on the phone was, I annoyed this guy so bad that he started, well, let's say that allegedly his fax machine in Bombay or wherever the hell he was, he came in on a Monday and he got all these messages, thousands of them, because they still use fax machines over there. Allegedly, there was an auto dialer sending him a fax about every 30 seconds. Bing, bing, bing. I get the first call from fucking one of those guys call, and he says,
there he is now. He hears you talking about him.
He says, Niels, you motherfucker. You fucked up my fax machine, you bastard.
He's calling you right now.
I'm on the show, people. Fuck off.
That's the guy. That's the guy with the fax machine.
That's the guy. It's Prakit.
You're talking about
with the Scientologist, that one show.
Oh, the poor guy, his secretary, I called her up one day, and I was just in the mood, and I go, hello? Yes, it's Prakitin. She goes, who's calling? I said, do not question me. I'm his father. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Hang on, I'll see if I get him on the phone. She comes back, she's like, well, Prakit's not in yet. So then I go, you listen to me. What is your name? She tells me, and I go, I don't know about you. What are you, lower caste? You're not Brahmin. And she's just like getting really upset with me. And I said, you must be untouchable. I come down there, I'd beat you with a stick. This went on for 7 minutes. The poor woman finally said, Prakit's not here, and hung up. And that was followed by, they kept spam calling me all the time.
Yeah, I try to make them lose their shit. And then when they try to curse, it's so funny when they get mad at you.
Oh, it's great. It's the best when they go off. I have the whole recording
no
of this
sense.
guy. I had sound effects playing in the background, like chimes.
Yeah.
And I told the guy, I said, look, we use barter system. I said, I am male prostitute. The guy, at that point, he finally was about to hang up, but I said, I'm big on the barter system, I'm a male prostitute. I wanted to see how far I could push it before they just
before they hang up or curse. It's the best. You got to reverse it. You got to be the annoying one to them. It's about time you called me. I've been waiting for a car insurance policy.
Yeah,
What kind of car do you have? I got a 1982 Camel, you fuck.
Great, I love it. All right, everybody, listen, it's been great having you on. We're going to go ahead and add in our feed. We'll put the links for your upcoming gigs. And everybody, You'll see me, maybe Mandy, and we'll definitely see Jeff. And Bill, while you're out there, man, you ought to come down tomorrow night. I don't think you have a gig. And
great
come
studio,
on down to the studio.
Man. It's going to be a great environment. The whole night's going to be killer,
awesome.
Man.
That's right, people. It's going to be a bulletproof recording, otherwise known as Absolute Music and Recording. It's in Hazlitt, New Jersey, and I put the phone number.
Great people.
But I don't have it. I put it on the ad that I put up today. The phone number's there. So, Mandy.
Nice.
Bill. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
And now the new house band for Live with Neve will be back. I'm going to have them on next week live.